All right, what's going on? Marco here, day 10, graduation day. You did it, committed. You're a beast. People only follow committed people, right? So, you made it through here showing crazy good patterns. I'm excited for you. These are exciting times. Everybody wants to know how to do this like correctly, right? So, this is designed to teach you how to attract and recruit. I wouldn't say effortlessly, but being really efficient, really effective, so you're not chasing deadbeats and skeptics and trying to pull people off the fence and drag unmotivated dead bodies. That'll totally discourage you. So you want to be encouraged when you find the right people and you're being so like ninja with this. Everything changes. All right. So I'm excited for you. Today's topic is probably the number one topic of importance in today's internet marketing. And so network marketing, I mean, really you can do it with social media. And so times have changed, right? Like you can't use the old school dinosaur ways. I mean, you want to have that for a foundation, but that's not the only best way. It's a proven way, but man, you got to be better these days, right? Like I've been saying. So you might think it's going to be about like traffic, how to drive traffic. And you see a lot of that stuff online, which is important. But what I'm talking about is people's favorite subject. All right. So, what's people's favorite subject? Themselves, right? What's in it for me? But when we first get in network marketing, we have this agenda. Everybody has this like agenda in the back of their head, right? And they're not really listening to people. They're just kind of like this person will talk, and this person just they're hearing them, but they're not really listening, and they're waiting for their next chance to talk, and they're thinking about what they're going to say next while this one's talking. So they're not really listening, right? And it's important to get on the other person's agenda and think about what they want, right? And get to what's in it for them. So that comes down to really, I'll show you how it comes down to basically how to recruit and sell with words. And I'm talking about copywriting. Okay, so I'm hoping you're pulling all this together because attraction marketing really like it's new school. It's cutting edge. I mean, it changed our business. I was ferocious. I wanted to get to my freedom. And I mean, I found network marketing. My first experience was a freaking nightmare. Get a couple people to get a couple people, and completely unprofessional. Didn't have any training support, any of it. I'm mentally scarred from it. But I was ferocious about. I knew the business model works, so I was willing to do anything to learn. And man, I did. I stuck in there. Crashed and burned, got back up, crashed and burned, got back up. You learn every time. You end up getting really good at it. But all it did is like I was almost making six figures, and geez, you can tell that maybe you see some people if they are making good money, they are crazy busy, and the ultimate goal is to get unbusy, right? So you want to get really like masterful with your time management. So I was building. I was willing to try anything, but I was totally skeptical still, with a lot of this stuff, because I'm like, well, what are they trying to sell me some? Are they trying to steal my downline? And I was just like not open at first, but after you get, really desperate to get better and scale it up past six figures and even 7 and 8 figures, then, you're looking for solutions, right? So I had my head down. I was loyal, I was stubborn. But every time, like the number one actually, like one business, that's actually dangerous. I actually have a few businesses, traditional and here non-traditional, multiple streams. Okay, you don't want to have your eggs all in one basket. Your upline might say that because they're trying to get you to put your head down, and just focus on one thing. And it's true. You want to master. You don't want to be a jack of all trades and master of none. Like master one first, but you also need multiple streams. Like every millionaire has multiple streams of income. Okay, so everybody I talk to that finds out about this stuff, like this next level, and if you wanted to scale it to 7 figures and stuff, they're like, man, I wish I would have found out or like been open to this sooner, because I would have got my ninja skills sooner, right? This helps you get better with your time management, because you have, like, I'll have Facebook working for me and these emails, automated emails going out working for me while I'm not working. These 10 days went out automatically. I set it up to as like one every day, right? And it's like so easy to do that. It's really simple. So if you haven't watched all the videos to put it all together, I highly recommend you go back, watch all the days of the boot camp, and then literally go back and to our Never a Case of the Mondays page and like it, get notifications, and then see first. Click the drop downs to get notifications, see first, right? And watch those videos and stay subscribed, because we're going to be putting out value. Like, this isn't even scratching the surface. So, okay, copywriting. It's said to be the number one skill, $1 million skill. Okay. And I'm not talking about like the legal term, like property ownership stuff, copywriting with a W. Okay. It's like the art of selling with words. That's basically what that is. And it has everything to do with like, everything. Sales, public speaking. That's the second highest paid thing that you can do in like this arena. And even them, the psychology is almost the same. The best speakers are the best writers. They have to put down their notes and bullet points and everything like that. Or when you're on live, and we're going to talk a little bit about that too. But it's from here on out, you might want to like forget everything that you learned in school with essays or summaries or writing a book or whatever. With real copywriting, really good copywriting skills, you're rewarded for writing like you speak. Okay. Here's a huge problem that like they're not aware of it. 99.99999% of people, 99% everyone, they kind of type different than they talk. Okay, and right, like, and so I tell the team, look, before you put a post out, read it out loud and act like your best friend is right next to you. Because it's so weird, the things that people say, like when they're typing. It's like if you were at a party, right, and you had like there's a group of people around, and you start blurting out all this stuff that you actually posted about your service or your product or your business or your company. It's like, my company, and everybody would just be like, what? Like, it's $1 billion. Like, I don't know, just say some weird network marketing language, right? And it's just you don't do that. So it's so important to be you, like genuine, the power of you. And there's only one of you, so it's just like so unique. But you will also, people like themselves. And when you're getting to that many numbers, you'll attract the people that are like you, and people join people they like, right? If they know you, like you, and trust you, and what you're going to do is like turn cold market, like millions of people, into warm market, into hot market, into buyers where they know, like, and trust you, they'll be buying. So the way to do that is create a connection and be real. So here's one of the biggest nuggets I can probably give you is like, look, nobody's telling the truth out there. They're all putting up the front, right? Like on Facebook, oh, look at me, look how great I am, and oh, look at what I ate today, and like, oh, life is so good, and they don't put any real stuff. And like, there's a lot of information out there, but not a lot of truth, right? And so when you tell your story and you're real and genuine, and you're giving out value, but you're adding a lesson, but you're being real, like with your, you don't have to have all the results, just you're talking about your journey and maybe adding some nuggets. And if you just tell the truth is always good enough. And that's what they're hungry for, the truth, right? And they're not going to tell the truth. Like, when you offer somebody something and they hate their job, but once you offer them the offer, then they're like, no, I like my job, and they're like, oh, and they're putting up the front, and they're not telling the truth. They're sitting in traffic, hating traffic, right? Like, just, oh my gosh, praying to God it's Sunday night, like, man, I don't want to go to work tomorrow, please God, make my life better. And then someone offers them something and they're all picky, and all of a sudden they love their job, right? They're not telling the truth. So you have to tell the truth first. Just be honest and tell the truth, and then they will admit that maybe, they want more, right? Why are you doing this? You weren't making enough at your job. You want more out of life. You want to be there with your kids. You don't want to be like I know a lot of dads that they support their family, they just don't get to see the family that much, right? And if you just tell the truth of why you're doing it, like that helps so much more, right? It creates these connections. So you use this copywriting skill in like any blog post, article, capture page, sales page, like all that stuff. So, when I'm talking another little nugget is when I'm talking about, what's people's favorite subject? Well, for every for every I, like the word I, like, oh, I did this, or I was able to do this, or I don't want, you would be using like 10 U's, the word you, right? how you can easily and effectively generate more leads for your business so you can get back to being a dad or a mom or whatever, right? So like a lot of yous in there, because no matter how cool your your deal is or your story is, it's about their needs. So storytelling, bring it back to the person you're addressing. When you're talking about frustrations, issues, bring it back to them. Talk about them, right? So also, you can write in a way that creates images in their head. So they can envision themselves using your business, your product, your service, doing what you're doing, right? And they become engaged. They put themselves like in that movie. And so I'm going to go over a couple specific power words, and then I'm going to use them in an example and kind of show you an idea, or like what was on some of the maybe capture pages that you saw, and the things that you see out there. So I'm not going to be able to get all of them, but if you want more, just subscribe, keep plugged in, watch all this stuff. You're going to get more and more as you go. But like, just listen to these words: how to blah blah blah, right? Or discover a way, like discover. These are power words. Revealed, powerful. How you can naturally and easily generate unlimited leads, right? Naturally, easily, unlimited. Secret. They love the word secret. Guarantee. Makes them feel safe. Aware, realize, experience, right? Before, during, after, without. How you can attract people without chasing deadbeats, right? Like you're giving the pleasure and the pain and all that stuff. I'm going to get into that. But among, explore, expand, beyond. These are just a few. I'm reading them. I got them here in my notes. Excuse me. So, the power of those words, like those are just a few, but like those words and adjectives and verbs that you might not remember how that works, but combined, it kind of compounds into persuasive copy, all right? To be able to influence people and get them to move, we have to get really good at helping people help themselves, right? It's our job to have the skill so we can really actually help people, because they're kind of saying no before they even know what they're saying no to. Network marketers do it too. You may have done this too for a while, right? Saying no before you even know what this is. Now that you figured it out, oh my gosh, right? It's like magic. It's going to change your business. I'm excited for you. So, but you'll see it's really helpful to catch the attention. It's in the headlines. It was in the headline for this capture page. What you came in with, it's simple, but there was a lot of thought and research into it. Okay. So, because of course there's like, to get people to put their email in, you got to have, like, you're giving a trade-off. You want to put really some value, something that's really valuable to them, because people are, they don't want extra emails, right? So you got to give them a good valuable trade-off that they will actually have the desire to put their email in there, and that's what generates a lead. So, or like a subscriber base, right? So you subscribed through this capture page. The headline was researched thoroughly and split tested. Like, we can split test and test one, test this one, see which one's better. Okay, and then split test this one, see which one's better, this one, and kind of change it, tweak it, and that's how things. You can really get sweet with this to see what works absolutely the best. So I'm going to give you some examples. These are just like I just made them up real quick, but okay, listen to this. See if I don't know if you'd have interest, right? Discover the secret method I use to create a six-figure income in under 295 days, and how you can create the same six-figure cash cow over and over and over again on demand for life. Right? Would you want to find out how to do that, right? Or if it's a product, right? You can go, how to get thin, fit, and healthy by tapping into your subconscious and never have to think about dieting, weight loss, or watching what you have to eat ever again. Do you think that like people that are overweight would want to learn how to do that? Tap into the subconscious so you never have to think about dieting, blah, blah. Like, see, without having to blah, blah, like towards pleasure and away from pain. People move for two reasons, either towards pleasure or away from pain, or both, right? There's a ton of power in there. So you're trying to convey a big desired result that makes an emotional impact. Emotion creates motion without doing something they don't like, right? So they can avoid their pains or something they don't want to do, like, without dieting, exercise, eating lame food, whatever, right? So that's what you're doing with copy. You're giving people desired pleasure and getting rid of the pain. So those are some examples. You can check out more in the newsletter below. Click that button below. You can check out like the sales page and see all the good copy in there. And it just works, right? Especially when you're telling the truth. So I wish I had more time. Of course, you can go months and months of studying and getting really amazing with this stuff. It's $1 million skill, but I can't break all that down. But that's kind of why you dig in. You want to dig in and master this skill. Grab the attraction marketing formula after that sales page. Clicking that button, you're going to find out the 5 lies of network marketing and all that kind of stuff. It's just freaking amazing to read. So that's the lesson. Okay, there's a lot more inside the book. Congrats, really. From here, I really do congratulate you, because I made it through. I have those kind of patterns. I finish. I do whatever it takes. That's why I make the 6 figures and close now 7, and I'm going to 8 figures. Okay. There's no stopping. This is so fun, and getting ninja with this. It's just so much more fun when you're good at it. And yes, it takes time. Okay, but here's the important part. A lot of people are like, well, yeah, okay, sweet. I'll learn more later, right? I'll do it tomorrow later. Tomorrow never comes for people who live like that. That's not just a catchy phrase, or I'll do it later. It's not just those aren't words. That's a pattern. Okay, and that may be one thing that could be in your way, that's sabotaging you, right? So there's never a better time than now. That's why they call it the power of now. There's never a good time, right? So you just have to do it now, because if you wait for the perfect time, never going to happen. Okay, especially with this. Like, what skill would you be using this for? Think about it. Freaking everything. Like your Facebook posts, your LinkedIn posts, your bios, your Facebook, LinkedIn bio, videos, articles, blog posts, your Facebook lives, your capture pages, every single thing. It's all copywriting skill, okay? Such a valuable thing to learn. So, and here's why. Like, most companies, they're not like, this is what happens. People get all excited. They go to these conventions. They hear from the doctors, not marketers, doctors they hear from, right? Or they hear from corporate, and things are exciting. They hear all these stats and numbers that people don't care about, right? And they don't have to know marketing, and they don't care about marketing. It's almost like they're lazy about it, because they know that they have the marketers, the distributors to do that, but they don't teach them any marketing because they don't know it. All right? So once you gain this skill, it makes you so valuable for everyone else and your whole team, and you'll see how it explodes when you know how to do this. All right? They need you. The companies need you, actually, too. But we're here to change that for you. And you can tell we love this stuff. So that's the lesson. We encourage you to get AMF, Attraction Marketing Formula. In fact, you've been watching the skills that we learned from that right now in this last 10 days. Okay. So because you're watching this today, there's a discount. Click below. You're going to get a 61% discount. The price goes up to $47, a few days after you see this. So you better jump on it, or it's going to, the price is going to jump up. And, go do this now. Take action. Last day, basically. And it's $27. Okay, this ebook. Like, that's just a few coffees. Just skip a couple of days of coffees or whatever and get the book. And there's a guarantee on it, so there's no risk. But when you drop in, you're going to get 3 free coaching calls if you want. And I would definitely, that's worth so much money just in itself. Get the coaching, get the consulting, because that's completely worth it. You'll even get a call from me to make sure that you have access to your book and all that. And then stay tuned. I chime in here and in the emails, and I throw out videos like Monday Nuggets and Friday Night Nerd Alert and stuff. There's nothing but fire in there, and I basically give out the secrets that we're giving to our teams and stuff. And the best is yet to come. Okay, this is only 10 days so far. We're not done. We're not even close. It's not even scratching the surface. There's more in-depth content coming, so hang tight. We'll share our insider stuff, both online, both offline, both old school, because that's where I came from. both new school, cutting edge. This is the best stuff ever. Ninja skills, all right? We have these secret groups too, the Sharpened Axe Marketer and things like this. So reach out, throw me a DM. Don't be afraid. There's no dumb questions. There's no pressure, obligation, any of that stuff. We love to help other people get success, and you'll see when you get those traction, we prove that you'll get traction, you make the money, then you're not afraid to invest the money to even make more money. If you, like, say this $27 ebook, say you barely made $100 extra or a couple $100 extra from it. That's if that's all it did is make you a couple $100 extra, is it worth it? But you can scale that. That's basically how it works. I pay for, pretty big money for next level coaching. I don't want to say how much, but it's a lot. And I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars invested into myself, which eventually gave me the skills to make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, multiple streams of income coming at me 24 hours a day, leveraged passive recurring income. Amazing. And because I invested time and money into myself. So think about it. You put $10 in and 200 comes out. How much are you going to do that, right? So do it. Okay, have a good night. See you soon. We'll see you on the next one. The world is yours. Congratulations. Graduation day. Later.